Hello. As you know, EOE is a continuous improvement cycle to ensure we win at point of sales, the final moment of truth. But to do that, we need one global common language that we all speak. As part of this common language in the area of sales execution, we've introduced Global Sales Execution KPIs. This short video takes one of these KPIs, Net Numeric Distribution, or NND, and explains how it is managed in practice. NND is designed to measure availability. Is the product available for the shopper to buy or consume? And defined as distribution of focus SKUs available for the shopper or consumer at the right temperature in the outlet. This definition applies to modern trade, traditional trade, and on-trade. Focus SKUs are the must-stock SKUs needed for the OpCo to deliver on its targets. Depending on the channel, they should account for some 80% of channel volume. So far, so good. Let's observe NND Man as he goes about his business to see how measurement and reporting work in practice in a modern trade outlet. He first visits an outlet which must be part of his routing plan. On entering, he follows all the various steps of a visit, one of which is measuring his KPIs, including the KPI NND, checking on the availability of the focus SKUs. To do this, he goes to the primary shelf, and for each focus SKU, checks whether or not there is at least one item on the shelf. If there is, he measures that focus SKU as available. If a focus SKU is not on the shelf, this could be for a number of reasons. How the sales rep responds to these various situations can affect his NND score. 1. The focus SKU is listed in the outlet's assortment, but on checking the product is not present on the primary shelf. NND Man discovers it in stock in the outlet storage space. If he puts some of that stock on the shelf, the NND score for this focus SKU is positive. 2. The focus SKU is listed in the outlet's assortment but currently out of stock, so neither on the shop floor of the outlet nor in the storage space. The NND score for that focus SKU is negative. The sales rep should talk with the outlet owner, A, to ensure this focus SKU will be ordered and put on the shelf, and B, to discuss increasing stock levels and shelf space to avoid this issue reoccurring. In modern trade, the stock system may incorrectly show stock in the store, in which case the stock and replenishment system will need to be corrected. 3. The focus SKU is listed in the outlet's assortment but only present in a fridge and/or secondary space. The NND score for this focus SKU is positive since the specific product is available for purchase on the outlet shop floor. But the sales rep should still move some of the focus SKU items to the empty shelf, so it is also present where it should be, on the primary shelf. 4. The focus SKU isn't listed in the outlet's assortment. The sales rep should talk with the outlet owner to ensure it will be ordered and replenished on the shelf, as focus SKUs are must-stock items. In traditional trade and on-trade, the sales rep will have to actually sell in the product and convince the outlet owner or other decision-maker to list the product. So, we see that the sales rep role isn't simply to measure which products are present or not. The KPI is there to identify gaps and fill them. NND is measured using the self-measurement with control principle. The total results are later cross-checked by an internal or external third party, using a statistically valid sample to ensure accuracy. Where sales rep and auditor data don't align when cross-checked, it will be for one of the following reasons. Differences in the time the sales rep and auditor collected data from the outlet. Such differences average out over time, but should be tracked and monitored. Sales reps and auditors aren't measuring in a clear and consistent manner. One or both of them needs retraining. Sales reps are reporting data fraudulently for financial benefit. Appropriate disciplinary measures should be taken. Okay, let's now take a look at how measurement is used in reporting and target setting. In this simplified reporting example for an on-trade sales rep, NND scores are being used to calculate his overall result for his area. He has 10 outlets and 5 focus SKUs, so the maximum score he can achieve is 50, 10 outlets multiplied by 5 focus SKUs, which would represent 100% net numeric distribution in his area. However, in practice, sales reps have different priority channels, and therefore different numbers and types of focus SKUs per channel. As a result, their potential NND score should be broken down per channel. In our example, the sales rep has 10 outlets, divided into 3 sub-channels: bar, restaurant and club. Each sub-channel has a different number of focus SKUs. Adding these up per outlet gives us the maximum NND score the sales rep can achieve. In this case, 38. We also see his sales manager has set his target NND score at 85%. He has measured 32 focus SKUs as available, so his NND score is 32 divided by 38 equals 84%. So he missed his target NND score of 85% by 1%. Although you can see the NND score as a percentage per outlet or sub-channel, because of the different number of focus SKUs per outlet, these percentages should not be used to calculate the total overall NND score. To illustrate this point, you can see in our example that dividing 32 by 38 gives a different score to adding up 88%, 66% and 100% and dividing that by 3. A sales manager can choose to focus on equal improvement across the whole portfolio, or focus on particular SKUs. For example, he might focus on a particular sub-channel, or in the months leading up to summer, on Radler. It is also up to the sales manager to decide how high to set NND targets, taking into account factors such as our brand strength locally, the level of local competition, and the sales rep's abilities. NND Man has shown us how measuring and reporting NND works in practice. So, now let's look at how monthly and annual targets are set. The sales manager should first set targets for the whole year that align with the strategy, goals and priorities of the channel and OpCo. To make sure sales reps can actually achieve their NND targets and don't become demotivated when these are cascaded down, we apply the X+1 principle, whereby sales reps receive individual, incremental, monthly and stretching sales execution KPI targets. To explain this in more detail, let's assume NND Man is responsible for 100 outlets. Based on the NND target scores set by sales managers for 3 focus SKUs, he has 130 current distribution points. Subtracting this 130 from the target of 222 distribution points tells us he has to achieve 92 incremental distribution points per year. Drilling down further, that's 92 divided by 12 is 7.7 incremental distribution points per month. 92 divided by 52 weeks, 1.8 per week, and just 0.4 per day. So, though a target of 92 distribution points a year may look ambitious at first, it actually means a distribution improvement of less than 1 SKU per day, which is why we always advise doing NND target setting both bottom up and top down to get a clear idea of the possible stretch. Concrete distribution scores and targets should be communicated and discussed with sales reps on a regular basis. These should be presented to them in the form of new distribution points, as these are easier to understand and track than percentages. While sales reps are targeted on the rooted universe only, sales managers and sales directors are targeted on the full universe, rooted and non-rooted, all based on direct and indirect distribution. Hopefully, NND Man has helped give you a better insight into what matters when it comes to measuring, reporting and targeting NND. To learn more about the ins and outs of other execution KPIs, just visit the EOE page on the sales portal. Thank you for watching and good luck with your efforts to win at point of sales.